Okay, so this video is going to demonstrate the knit stitch. Now we just cast on 15 stitches right here. Going to rotate that to my left hand. I'm going to get my second needle in my right hand. Now you need to make sure that you're not using your tail. So as you can see, my tail is pink and short, and my working yarn starts out pink but goes to green. So I need to make sure I'm not knitting with that short pink one, and that I'm knitting with this working yarn. So here we go. I'm going to take my needle and insert it. Let's get a little closer. There we go. I'm going to insert it into that stitch from the front to the back, and then my index finger and my thumb are going to kind of hold those stitches. I'm going to grab that working yarn. I'm going to wrap it in between the two needles, and then I'm going to bring that needle tip out to the front and off of that one. There, this is why we say don't make them too tight. They're a little too tight there. We're going to do that again. So I'm going to insert into that stitch from the front to the back. And now if we look down at it, we can kind of see it's crossed. That's the step. That's where we want to be. And that working yarn, I'm going to grab that working yarn. I'm going to wrap it only around the back needle tip, and then it's going to go in between the new two needles. Now I'm going to manipulate that right hand needle down and out the front, and then that stitch is going to come off the left hand needle. I'm going to do that again. Enter into this needle, the stitch on the left hand needle from the front to the back. Grab our working yarn, wrap it around only the back needle in between the two needles. Then I'm going to manipulate that right hand needle down and out and take off that stitch and slide them down my right hand needle just a little bit. Here we go again. Into that left hand needle, that stitch on the needle, wrap in between the two needle tips, manipulate that down into the front and out. Now the only reason I'm pushing with my index finger here is because my stitches are too tight, so they're not sliding on my needles properly, and that's the downside to too tight. So we're going to enter the stitch from the front to the back, wrap around the back needle only, manipulate that right hand needle out and off. There we go. Again, we're going to enter from the front to the back, wrap around the back needle only, and off we go. And that's the knitting stitch. See this long right here? Don't worry about it. It'll all work itself out in the end. Enter from the front to the back. Wrap that yarn, oops, not like that. Wrap around and in between the two. Oh, see what I've got here? I split my yarn. We're going to start that whole thing over. Okay, so we're going to go in here. There we go. Wrap around and out we go. And enter from the front to the back, wrapping around. There we go. And that is the knitting stitch, throwing the yarn with the right hand. Enter from the front to the back, wrapping around, and there you have it, the knit stitch.